What do you think?
Sometimes, when you meet someone who's going to change your life, you just know it, I guess.
This quote by Chloe Price, a character in Life is Strange Before the Storm, is the motive for making this video. I was recently replaying Life is Strange Before the Storm for the billionth time. This video will be part 1 of 3 discussing my thoughts on Life is Strange Before the Storm. Chloe, for those who don't know, is a high schooler who's been struggling to deal with the loss of her father and abandonment of her best friend, leading her to act out in a rebellious way. In Life is Strange Before the Storm, you take control of Chloe. The game is a choice-based, Telltale-style game where every choice you make has implications on the story as a whole. If you haven't played Life is Strange Before the Storm, I highly encourage you to play this masterpiece of a game before watching this video. If you don't care or don't want to play it, I'll quickly introduce the game to you. Or I'll let ChatGPT say it as I asked it to do it. Life is Strange Before the Storm is a narrative-driven adventure game and the prequel to the critically acclaimed Life is Strange. Developed by Deck 9 and published by Square Enix, released in 2017. The game focuses on Chloe Price, the rebellious, headstrong teenager who plays a key role in the original game. Set 3 years before the events of Life is Strange, Before the Storm explores Chloe as she deals with the loss of her father, the shifting dynamics of her friendship with Rachel Amber, and the challenges of growing up in a small town of Arcadia Bay. Unlike its predecessor, which featured the power of time manipulation, Before the Storm centers on Chloe's emotional journey, using a unique mechanic called the backtalk system, where players engage in intense verbal confrontations. This prequel receives praise for its character-driven storytelling, strong performances, and the exploration of themes like grief, friendship, and personal growth. While Before the Storm doesn't feature the same supernatural elements, it still captures the emotional depth and rich narrative that Life is Strange fans have come to love. Thanks ChatGPT, that was actually a pretty good, summary. Showing us a hooded figure standing on a train track in the middle of the woods. As a train fast approaches, the person jumps off the tracks at the last second. The hood comes down to reveal our main protagonist, Chloe Price. Chloe is heading to a rock concert at an old, seemingly abandoned mill filled with shady characters on the outskirts of town. After getting into the concert, stealing a t-shirt, talking shit to our drug dealer, the best character in this game, Frank, spilling someone's drink. Chloe then climbs to the second floor of the building where she has a great view of Firewall, the band playing. After vibing out to the music for a while, she fails to hear a man whose drink she spilled and his buddy have come up to teach her.
You spilled my beer, bitch!
You should be more careful. It's a rough place.
I don't like your attitude. We're not done.
Then how about I show you how unimpressed I am with limp dick assholes who get butthurt over a spilled beer?
I think she's calling us out, dude.
She's gonna regret every word. Every word.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I'm gonna teach this little punk some
I'm
manners.
serious. You want to see me get angry here? Because I'm getting there. And it won't be pretty. It won't.
She thinks she can take you?
Hey, dickhead. Ah! Rachel?
As the men fast approach, Frank steps in the way, blocking them, forcing him to leave.
Let me go, Frank!
Not gonna happen. Calm down. Come on, man. Walk away.
Screw this!
Bullshit. Get the fuck out of here.
After a night of partying and thrashing, Chloe wakes up hungover and depressed. Not all is bad, however, as our wonderful mother Joyce has made us some brekkie. One last thing before continuing, I already said this, but the music in this game is amazing. It's that perfect mix of being pretentious and actually being, like, really good. It gives a sense of nostalgia that no other game can give me, especially with all Life is Strange games. The music just feels so nostalgic and beautiful. The song No Below by Speedy Ortiz is played during the first scene of Life is Strange before the song. This song to me portrays how Chloe feels at this point in the game. Chloe had lost her father to a car crash around 2 years before this, and lost her best friend around that same time period as they moved away. This section of the song stands out compared to the rest of it, as it portrays in my eyes how Chloe is feeling in her mind without having Max in her life, as well as foreshadowing the bond she will have with her new friend Rachel. This is also the first time we get to find out who Chloe is as a person in this game. We find out through a picture that she still lives in the past through her unfortunately deceased father and her best friend who she believes abandoned her for a better life. After finding our phone, Chloe has a tough conversation with her mother. A key takeaway from this conversation being Chloe doesn't like the fact that her mother is moving on from her father. David, or Stepdouche, being the name of this new person in her life. Chloe treats her father like the perfect figure she saw him as. This view becomes challenged later in the game by the actions of Rachel's father, however that will be covered later. Throughout the dream sequences we get of William throughout the game, it's clear Chloe cannot move on. It's a major character flaw in Chloe, as a person, as she is seemingly incapable of moving on, which I want to make clear is very understandable. Losing a parental figure who you adore that early in life and see as a perfect figure can lead, according to the Raising Children Network, to isolation, intense emotions, increased risk-taking, getting into conflicts with loved ones, and showing signs of bad anxiety. Chloe displays all of these traits throughout both Life is Strange games. At some point throughout all Life is Strange games, I should say. Losing her father and her best friend effectively severed her support system. I'm making assumptions here, but I'm going to assume that, based on the relationship Chloe and Joyce have throughout the Life is Strange games, Joyce was unable to emotionally support Chloe throughout this tough time in her life. After the argument, Chloe catches a ride to David to school, which is filled with lecturing and bickering between the two. So after a very shitty morning, skipping ahead to arriving at school and talking with a number of Blackwell teachers and students, we head into school only to be met with Rachel Amber, the only positive in Chloe's life at the moment. The reason I'm stating this is to make the emotional roller coaster that is Rachel Amber seem like the only option for Chloe, which is how she feels throughout the game. This leads to her feeling more intense emotions as she feels that Rachel is a very special person to her. Rachel takes us to the drama lab where the scene from the beginning of this video came from. Now, this might just be teenagers being idiots. Neither of them have been in serious relationships before this, and having just met less than 24 hours beforehand. Or, this could be true love, like Chloe says, when you meet someone who's going to change your life, sometimes you just know it. After Rachel gets changed, she suggests skipping for the day, and Chloe, being head over heels in love, obviously agrees immediately. Rachel, however, has a different kind of skipping to Chloe. Rachel leads us to a train, and we get on, not knowing where we are going. She could be a murderer for all we know, but I'm young and stupid. Unless you're cold-hearted. You said yes to playing two truths and a lie with Rachel. This is the first opportunity we have to get to know the character of Rachel Amber and the person who she is, without all the boring school politics and fake personas. Rachel in this game is genuinely fun to be around, and this part of the game just seems flawless. Like, the pure nostalgia and fun that you get off Rachel Amber's character just feels so natural and realistic that it just makes her so fun to be around in this game. The game knocks out of the park this portrayal of a character who, in the first game, everyone seemingly loved despite all the flaws she had. Chloe, even after finding out in Life is Strange that Rachel cheated, she still wanted to find her and still truly loved her inside. That proves how good of a person Rachel shows herself on the outside. A way to describe Rachel would be an enchanting, bubbly personality and someone who always has something to do. Like someone who just takes your breath away with how they carry themselves. Rachel's flaws begin to surface when we arrive at the Overlook, which is where Rachel wanted to take us. After fixing a broken viewfinder, we play a game where we spy on people enjoying the park. A while into this, we see a man and a woman who begin to making out. Chloe, not sure who they are, begins to make fun of them. Rachel remains silent and confused and goes to ask what's wrong. Rachel quickly changes topic, convincing Chloe they need to find some alcohol. So, they commit a crime, stealing one from a couple after Rachel distracts them. Yeah, they're dumb kids. Chloe and Rachel begin to drink the bottle. Rachel, still acting standoffish, leads them down the train track where they find a junkyard. Here is the first major conflict of the game. Chloe asks Rachel what's wrong. Rachel doesn't want to share that information. Chloe tries to calm the situation by handing Rachel a bat to smash some shit, as that might make her feel better. Chloe then throws the bat away, leading Chloe to explode on her in one of the most heartfelt clips in the entire game.
This and all, with the DA daddy and the perfect grades and all the perfect little Victoria chases kissing your perfect ass. But seriously, fuck you. Great. I'm leaving. See you around, Chloe. You can't leave! Watch me. Rachel, wait! Don't go. Why not? Because I don't want to ruin this the way I ruin everything else in my life. And what is this exactly? I mean, fuck. Are you actually going to make me say it? Say what? Exactly. You know, like a friendship. But more. Ah. I know. Weird, right? It's just... Today was the best day I've had since my dad died. And when I almost ruined it just now, the way I ruin everything, it made me realize whatever's going on between us is special. Come on, say something. Chloe, I'm sorry. I am really, really sorry. But I can't. Even though I want to. Why not? Because I can't. I know it isn't fair, but it's how it is. Goodbye, Chloe.
As Chloe expresses her feelings towards Rachel, she is hit away. A very powerful scene with amazing voice acting by Rihanna DeVries, expressing Chloe's confusion and desperation beautifully, and Kylie Brown's closed off yet emotional Rachel. Both of these characters are expressing pure emotion. This, in my opinion, is the best acted scene in Life is Strange Before the Storm. I feel as if I can put myself in the shoes of these characters. It's wonderfully made. As Rachel leaves the junkyard, Chloe can do nothing but stand there, feeling as if she's messed up the greatest thing in her life, just how she fucks everything up as she expressed in that scene. She expresses this to Rachel, opening up all of the wounds and trusting Rachel completely, which is something she hasn't done with anyone in her life. This is a major step in developing their relationship. Chloe, feeling betrayed and angry, grabs the bat and begins to hit anything in sight. A mannequin reminding her of Rachel.
You know she's fake. You can't take your eyes off her. Who else do I know who fits that description? Fuck off, Rachel.
Camera reminding her of Max.
I've never understood your hard-on for cameras, Max. You took 1,000,000 pictures of us, and not one of them showed that you were gonna leave when I needed you most. Fuck cameras.
And a toolbox reminding her of
If you want
David.
to rip a family apart from the inside, it's important to bring the proper tools. Fuck you, David.
All of these items push her deeper and deeper into this rage until she finds her dad's car. She stops dead in her tracks as if her body cannot move anymore. She drops the bat and chokes out.
Dad.
Chloe wakes up in a dream sequence with her father. Although acknowledging he is not real and just part of her imagination and memory of him, William's advice given here is solid.
Sometimes people need you, though. Even when they don't admit it.
In the context of the story, Rachel, someone who to Chloe is very outgoing and open, however in the previous scene these qualities were missing from Rachel. She had become repressed and vulnerable, leaving clearly wanting to say more. William's advice of being there for Rachel, even though she has not admitted she wants help, is what Chloe must do. Chloe realizing this, waking up sometime deep into the PM hours, Chloe seeks out the tree where everything went wrong. A raven flies overhead, heading in the direction of the tree, symbolizing the fact that Rachel needs help. Walking down those same train tracks where so much had taken place over the last 12 hours, towards the tree which caused so much pain for both of these girls, Chloe arrives at the lone, sturdy tree, finding Rachel crying. She opens the conversation with,
You came. I'm glad.
Hey. I couldn't let the day end with whatever this afternoon was.
Rachel begins to open up to Chloe, explaining why she
I wanna
acted so
talk to you
closed
about
off and
something,
standoffish.
but I don't know how to talk about this.
You don't have to tell me anything you don't want to.
You remember that guy that we saw under this tree with that woman?
The ones who were making out?
That was my dad.
Oh. All right.
And that woman was definitely not my mom.
Oh.
The worst part is, I'm not surprised. I felt like my dad's been lying about something for a while. I didn't know what it was. So when I saw he got a text from an unknown number asking him to meet, I thought I could catch him or something.
I'm so sorry, Rachel. I don't know what to say.
Neither do I. Chloe, I love my dad. I love him. And I never want to see his fucking face again.
When my dad died, I was so mad at him. For months, I felt wrong because half the time I thought of him, I wanted to scream. And the other half, I forgot.
Forgot that anything had changed. It's silly, but I've carried this photo around with me for years. It's from Mount Hood. My dad took me hiking there when I was 10, and it started raining, and I fell and broke my arm 3 miles from the car. I remember screaming like I was gonna die, but my dad, he carried me down the mountain. I still remember the smell of his coat, and how calm he was, and the sound of his voice, and he was just so strong, you know? I felt safe.
You trusted him.
Completely.
Here.
Chloe, I owe you an apology.
Hey, we were both kind of the queen of shitty.
No, I mean it. Whatever's going on between us, it's intense and new and awesome, and you had the courage to tell me that you feel it too. And I treated you like shit.
After the overlook, she tells Chloe how the man under the tree they both stood under was her dad, and the woman he was kissing was not her mother. Rachel even apologizes for blowing Chloe off earlier. She then expresses for the first time her obsession with getting out of Arcadia Bay, now having nothing to stay
What's
for.
stopping us?
Us? Are you serious?
There's nothing keeping me here. Not anymore.
So, if I came to you tomorrow and told you to pack your bags...
I'm serious. Let's do it, Chloe. Let's leave this place forever.
Okay.
Her parents' marriage being a lie, and every relationship built upon the perfect image she portrays, Rachel feels as if she needs to burn a photo that she has kept with her for years and years of her and her father when she was little. Borrowing Chloe's lighter, she burns the picture of him in a bin. The anger temporarily overpowers her, kicking the bin over and causing a forest fire.
Come on.
Ending episode 1 and the story portion of this video. Why does Rachel feel as if she needs to get out of Arcadia Bay? Rachel, in my opinion, feels as if Arcadia Bay is holding her back. She feels as if the relationship she's made with students, teachers and family members is not enough and is always aspiring for a better life. In the context of episode 1, this is not too prevalent with her character, but is more prevalent in episodes 2 and 3. For now, I will leave this to parts 2 and 3. She wishes to leave Arcadia in her own words, saying, "There's nothing keeping me here, not anymore." She has become disillusioned with the town and its residents and feels as if she can no longer stay. Also, having met who she believes is someone who is special to her, and they both agree of a strong connection with one another, who both want to leave Arcadia Bay, she feels the time is right to leave. If you disagree with this opinion, let me know. There are many aspects of this game I didn't cover in this video. However, I really wanted to cover the relationship between Chloe and Rachel as the main part of this video. In the next part, I will discuss episode 2. I'll also discuss the theme of the Raven, and more side characters such as Joyce, such as Damon, such as Frank, more. This is the end of part 1 of this series. This part discussed episode 1 of Life is Strange Before the Storm and Chloe and Rachel's characters. I hope you really enjoyed this part. I really like Life is Strange as a series, and especially Before the Storm. Thank you for watching and have a good day, bros.